synchronize. I think it was a little unfair. We have two cameras today. It's unfair to start awareness. And by the way, welcome back to SCOTOMAVILLE. Yeah, there's a little breeze coming in. It's going to blow pretty hard today, so I've got to shoot this early. And what I wanted to get to was that it's a little unfair of me in the middle of a global pandemic to leave you hanging without good tools to deal with the idea of scarcity and abundance, just to make you aware without the ability to fix it. That's really irresponsible on my part. We're going to have part 2 on awareness, specifically in the topic of abundant scarcity. The reason being, you might be out of toilet paper, you might be out of a job, you might be out of food, you might be out of money. All of those things triggering deep emotional things, and you become aware of it. Oh, great. Now I know it's broken. Okay, so what happens? You shut down, you quit. Over, done. It's like going out mountain biking. The very first time I got on this thing, I hit a rock garden and I slowed down, and that's the worst thing to do, because then your wheels just stop and I'm fall down. So I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to have at least a minimal understanding of the way out of blindness. Becoming aware is not the way out. Becoming aware is the first step of how bad it is. We're going to go into a little bit on that later. Part of what makes this tough is that your journey is not for you alone. And you're not going to do it alone. And it's not just about you. Your journey, your personal Everest, it starts with awareness. But it's on multiple tracks. And I can say that right now I'm doing at least 4. See, I'm shooting for the YouTube channel. I'm building out SCOTOMAVILLE as a website for marketing and selling the book, and I'm working on the workbook, and I have an InDesign file for the actual physical book. 4 different simultaneous facets while I'm being self-aware and attempting to communicate. Okay. Go back to the lesson just before this. I opened with,
Good morning, Vietnam!
Robin Williams, Good Morning, Vietnam. It's critically important for you to understand, it's right there. He's learning how to fly an airplane when they cut off the throttle, and emergency maneuvers. It's critically important for you to understand what I meant by including a snip of Robin Williams. You see, mimicking is essential. It's one of the earliest skills we learn as a child. Think of your own kids if you have them, or think back as far as you possibly can to your own childhood. And there's the ranger. And think how you learned. You followed somebody. I've frequently referred to the formation of geese. The one in the front, which is you, looking around going, where the heck did everybody go? Where's everyone? Learning to mimic others is really critical. The Chevener geese, they fly along and then they rotate out, right? They learn by doing together, not alone. One of the things that I have found really works, a tool in your tool belt that you want to use to be able to get to the point of awareness, understanding, and actualization, if you will, is your mirror. As often as you shave, start with affirmations. An affirmation is when you're talking to yourself about your value. You know, not the stuff that comes into your head, not the stuff that your parents yelled at you, not those things that the bullies on the block, pounded on you and told you that you were. No. The things that you feel deeply inside might be true, but you're ashamed to even look yourself in the eye and say so. Daniel, you are a fabulous leader because you are incredibly curious and you're willing to be vulnerable, and that makes you authentic. There's nothing to be afraid of because you are strong because you know yourself. Whatever that is for you. I don't know. It changes all the time for me, but it started with something. I had to take a little postcard, stick it onto the mirror, like a sticky note, and actually read it to begin with. Looking yourself right in the eye and affirming your value.
It's easy to mimic when you watched someone else do it, wind foiling, skiing, mountain biking, whatever your thing is. But this is affirmations. See, post-it note, and you can do a simple one like this. You are ABC. So, hey Daniel, how are you doing today, bud? Yeah. You are stinking resourceful. You really are. You are one of the most persevering, ongoing, never give up. No matter how many times you crash or fail or fumble, you get up. You are resilient. No matter what they think or they say or who does not show up, because you have got what it takes to put in the effort and be ready when the market is. That's right. Because you do the work. You are not afraid. You are what are you? If you're not afraid, you're brave. Ooh, there's a good one for you. How about the time when that guy recently, remember that one. Okay, so not only were you insightful, but you were responsible, and you did what it took to be done at the time, which is why you, do you deserve it? Yes, you do deserve it because resourceful, persevering, faithful, transparent, hardworking, you put in the mileage. Yeah, you deserve the reward. And there goes someone walking by in the background. Can you see them? Yeah, well, not quite in the frame, but they just walked by. So it becomes embarrassing. Yeah, look at you. It does. Your kids will walk in the bathroom and go, Dad, what you doing? Why are you talking to yourself? Whatever. What happens is your eyes see and record. Your ears, which are right here, your amygdalas are right inside there, right? So what happens is this stuff goes in and imprints right along with all that other stored memory, and they can be associated, and therefore you can overwrite and change what was drilled into you by your parents. You're a POS. You're not. Right? You can overwrite it by choice, and that's a tool that's really handy in your toolbox.
Okay, that's one way that your eyes see, your ears hear, and you rewire, because now you have memories of yourself being a fool in front of the mirror and you don't care anymore. The next thing is pick up a phone, a camera, a device, journal it. Your kids, your grandkids, your AI in the future, right? Your avatar, you need a corpus. You need the data collected for that, or it's going to be an idiot, So I'm doing that for my own avatar, my own AI, my own bot, if you will, building my corpus. And I'm flying ahead because I have made this journey successfully from blindness to awareness, understanding, and fulfillment. I'm living out the dream that I've wanted to. So I don't want to leave you hanging in the middle of a pandemic. I want you to have a tool. It's called mimicking. Find something, someone, some pattern to mimic. I'm saying a good place to start is a card, an affirmation card. Stick it on your mirror. Talk to yourself. Read books. Watch videos. You got YouTube, right? Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, Wayne Dyer, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar. I could just go on and on and on with names of people that I, for years and years, soaked in the way they believed, so that I could find out, well, if it's true for them, it might be true for me. And I tried it out. That's how I'm learning to mountain bike. My wife and I both, right? Learning to hop over those rock gardens. And we're hoping that you'll follow us in the chevron. Okay, so abundance and scarcity. Don't miss the Robin Williams bit, because it's actually speaking to mimicking. And here's why. If you don't, you'll follow. You'll be part of the herd. You'll be hoarding. There's something to think about, right? If you don't learn to mimic someone who's going where you want to go and where you want to end up and be, you're just going to be part of the herd, and right now you'll be hoarding. Okay? Don't do that. Look yourself in the mirror, do some affirmations, and start taking the steps on when people trigger you and when you get an emotional flare. Take notes on that. Talk to yourself. The point I hope you can catch here, things don't get easier as you become more aware. They get harder. In the beginning, you didn't see any of this stuff happening. But as you become more self-aware, you get flooded with, those are the donkeys running by. What's that noise? And then you're aware of all kinds of stuff that are always happening, and there's triggers and triggers on triggers, and there's like, this is my fifth take of this. What I want you to grab from it is that abundant awareness is a pain in the neck. You have so many things to deal with, and there's so many layers, and they're all interconnected. And when you change one thing, the dominoes all fall, and it can be a crap load of work for many, many years to get up the hill where those triggers are like, haha, okay, here's another one. One of the very best benefits of improving your self-awareness is that you become aware of the abundance around you. And from that richness, you can design a life that's exactly the way you want it. It's pretty fabulous. So right now it's not windy, but it's sunny, but it's not too hot. And there's not a lot of people right now around. So I am working outdoors. You can't have a better work environment than that. Working on something you love doing with people you like to be around earning what you can earn. Wow, talk about abundance. And it comes from awareness. So I want to encourage you. It's worth pursuing. It's a lot of work up that mountain, but it's absolutely worth the climb.